Today is a very special day. You are not just going to listen to another book summary, you are about to unlock a door that very few people ever dare to open. This is the door to how humans really behave. We often see people on Instagram or at work, and we think we know them. But we only see their mask. We see the smile, the confidence, and the kindness they want us to see. But what is happening behind the mask? What are they truly thinking? Why do they feel jealous? Why do they lie? Why do they love? This is not a motivational fairy tale. This is the raw truth. It is uncomfortable, but it is powerful. Once you hear these truths, you can never unhear them. This book has sold millions of copies because it is used by CEOs, leaders, and even spies. It exposes the one thing that controls everything in your life: human nature. Why do people betray you after you help them? Why do you keep dating the wrong person? Why do you stop yourself from being successful just when things are going well? This script will answer all of those questions. If you listen to every word, you will stop being a victim. You will stop being manipulated. You will become emotionally powerful and unshakably wise. This video is also perfect for your English. I have used simple sentences and clear stories. You will learn new words and understand deep ideas easily. Today, you are not just learning English, you are waking up. Law 1. The Law of Irrationality. People are not logical. They are emotional. We like to believe we are smart. We think we make logical choices about our money, our jobs, and our partners. But the truth is, we are driven by emotions we don't even understand. Fear, jealousy, anger, and ego are the real drivers of our lives. Think about this. Have you ever bought something expensive that you didn't need? Maybe you bought it just to feel important or to show someone else that you are successful. That is not logic. That is emotion. Have you ever sent an angry text message and regretted it 5 minutes later? That is your emotions taking control of your brain. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we feel it. If a person feels insecure inside, they will think your confidence is arrogance. If a person is angry inside, they will find a reason to fight with you, even if you did nothing wrong. How to win? You must see your own emotions. Before you speak or act, pause. Ask yourself, am I acting because of the truth, or am I acting because of my fear or my ego? The most powerful people in the world are not those who control others. They are those who control their own feelings. Law 2. The Law of Narcissism. Everyone is focused on themselves. The key is empathy. Most people think a narcissist is just someone who looks in the mirror all day. But the truth is deeper. We are all a little bit narcissistic. From the time we are babies, we are focused on our own hunger, our own pain, and our own needs. When you talk to someone, are you really listening? Or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Most people are just waiting to talk about themselves. When two people like this talk, no one is actually being heard. This is why friendships break and why marriages fail. How to win? You must learn empathy. This means training your mind to step inside another person's world. Instead of judging someone, ask, why are they acting this way? What pain are they carrying? When you make someone feel truly seen and understood, they will give you their loyalty and love. Real power comes from understanding others, not just yourself. Law 3. The Law of Role Playing. Everyone is wearing a mask. Learn to see the reality. We live in a world of actors. From a young age, we are told to smile for the camera and be polite to the boss. We learn to hide our sadness, our anger, and our true intentions. Someone might seem very kind and gentle in public, but behind closed doors, they might be very cruel. Someone might act like a perfect friend, but inside they are filled with jealousy. This law teaches us that what you see is rarely the truth. How to win? Stop listening to words and start watching patterns. Words are easy to fake, but behavior is not. Watch how someone treats a waiter. Watch how they act when they are tired or stressed. Do their actions match their words over time? If they say they are honest, but always tell small lies, believe the lies, not the words. Most pain in life comes because we believe the mask instead of the reality. Law 4. The Law of Compulsive Behavior. People repeat the same mistakes. Understand the loop. Have you noticed that some people keep dating the same toxic type of person over and over, or they keep quitting their jobs every time things get difficult? This is called compulsive behavior. We are all stuck in loops or patterns that started when we were children. If a child felt ignored by their parents, they might grow up to be an adult who constantly seeks attention by overworking or acting dramatic. They aren't doing it on purpose. They are stuck in a pattern. How to win. You must look at your own life without judgment. What mistakes do you keep making? Once you see the pattern, you can break it. If you don't face your past will control your future. Awareness is the only way to escape the loop. Law 5. The law of covetousness. People want what they cannot have. Human beings are strange. We often ignore the good things we already have and chase things that are far away or unavailable. Mystery and distance make things look more valuable than they really are. This is why someone might start liking you more the moment you stop calling them. It is why limited edition products sell so fast. We don't crave what we understand. We crave what we fantasize about. How to win. Don't be too available. If you give all your time and energy away too quickly, people will stop valuing you. Create a little bit of space and mystery. More importantly, don't fall into the trap yourself. Ask, do I really want this? Or do I only want it because it's hard to get? True maturity is choosing what is healthy over what is just exciting. Law 6. The law of short-sightedness. People focus on today and ruin their tomorrow. Most people want results now. They want the fast food, the quick money, and the instant fun. They don't think about how their choices today will hurt them in a year. This is short-sightedness. Someone might buy a new car they can't afford just to feel good today, but then they struggle to pay rent for the next 3 years. Or someone might cheat in a relationship for a moment of excitement, but they lose a lifetime of trust. How to win. You must think long-term. Before you make a big choice, ask, will I be proud of this decision in 1 year? Am I choosing a moment of fun over a lifetime of peace? Growth comes from the strength to wait and build for the future. Law 7. The law of defensiveness. People hate to change. They will defend their mistakes. Have you ever tried to give a friend good advice and they got angry at you? That is the law of defensiveness. Humans feel that change is a threat to their ego. Admitting you were wrong is very painful for most people. Most people would rather stay in pain than admit they made a mistake. They say, this is just how I am, or it's not my fault. They are not lazy. They are scared. How to win. When you want to help someone, don't attack them. If you make them feel stupid, they will never listen. Instead, make them feel that the new idea was their idea. And for yourself, be brave enough to hear the truth. When someone criticizes you, stay calm. It might be your best chance to grow. Law 8. The law of self-sabotage. We are our own biggest enemy. This is a very sad law. Many people are not destroyed by other people. They are destroyed by their own minds. When things start going well, they start to feel like they don't deserve it. They get scared of success. They might stop working hard, or they might start an argument with a good partner for no reason. They are trying to go back to the chaos they are used to. They have a story in their head that says, I am a failure, and they try to make that story come true. How to win. You must change your inner story. You are not your past. You are not your parents' mistakes. You deserve a good life. When you start to feel successful, don't run away. Stay with the feeling. Learn to be comfortable with being happy. Law 9. The law of repression. What you hide will eventually explode. Everyone has a dark side. We all have anger, sadness, or shame that we try to hide from the world. We say, I'm fine, but the pain is still there, buried deep inside. Repressed emotions are like a pressure cooker. If you don't let the steam out, it will eventually explode. It might show up as a sudden health problem, a random outburst of anger, or a deep feeling of depression. How to win. You must face your feelings. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to have been hurt. Write about your pain, talk to a trusted friend, or simply sit with the feeling. Healing is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of great strength. Law 10. The law of envy. People feel jealous in silence. Watch for the signs. This is an uncomfortable truth. Not everyone wants you to succeed. Sometimes the people closest to you, friends or family, might feel a secret pain when you do well. Your success reminds them of what they haven't done. Envy is rarely loud. People won't say, "I am jealous." Instead, they will stop praising you. They will make jokes that hurt your feelings. They will become cold or critical. How to win. Don't try to make everyone happy. You are not responsible for someone else's jealousy. If someone cannot celebrate your wins, they do not deserve a place in your life. Also, check your own heart. If you feel jealous of someone else, use that as motivation to work harder on your own path. Law 11. The law of grandiosity. Success can make you blind and arrogant. When people start winning, they often start to think they are special or untouchable. They stop listening to advice. They take big risks without thinking. They think they can never lose. This is called grandiosity. Think of a famous person who loses everything because they thought the rules didn't apply to them. Their early success made them forget that they still need to work hard and be humble. How to win. No matter how high you rise, stay grounded. Remind yourself that you are still a student. Surround yourself with people who will tell you the truth, not just people who will clap for you. The higher the mountain, the stronger the wind. Stay rooted. Law 12. The law of gender rigidity. Don't be trapped by boy or girl rules. From the time we are born, society tells us how to act. Boys are told to be strong and silent. Girls are told to be sweet and soft. These rules become prisons. A man who cannot show emotion becomes lonely and cold. A woman who cannot be assertive becomes a victim. The truth is, every person has both strong and soft energies inside them. How to win. Don't ask, "Is this what a man-woman should do?" Ask, "Is this what I should do?" Be strong when you need to fight for your dreams, and be soft when you need to love your family. Be a complete human being, not a social rule. Law 13. The law of aimlessness. Without a purpose, you are just wandering. Most people are very busy, but they are not going anywhere. They are busy scrolling, busy working jobs they hate, and busy trying to please others. They are like a ship in the middle of the ocean with no map. They feel empty because they don't have a why. They are chasing money or status, but those things don't feed the soul. How to win. You need a direction. Ask yourself, what would I do even if no one paid me for it? What problem in the world do I want to fix? Purpose doesn't always have to be a big mission. It can be a small daily goal to be better. When you have a purpose, every moment becomes powerful. Law 14. The law of conformity. The crowd will try to make you like everyone else. Humans have a deep need to fit in. We are afraid of being the weird one or the lonely one. Because of this, we often say things we don't believe and do things we don't like just to be part of the group. Conformity kills your personality. It makes you a copy of a copy. You follow the trends and the opinions of others until you forget who you are. How to win. Develop self-respect. It is better to stand alone and be right than to be with the crowd and be wrong. Learn to make your own decisions. Stop asking, "What will they think?" and start asking, "Will I respect myself if I do this?" Law 15. The law of fickleness. People's loyalty is temporary. Don't depend on them. Someone might love you today and forget you tomorrow. Someone might support you when you are trending and leave you when you are struggling. This is not because they are evil. It is because human emotions are like the weather. They change quickly. Most people don't love you. They love how you make them feel in the moment. When that feeling is gone, they are gone too. How to win. Build your identity from the inside. If people praise you, be happy, but don't let it go to your head. If people leave you, be sad, but don't let it destroy you. Your value does not change based on someone else's opinion. Be your own best friend. Law 16. The law of aggression. Watch out for the smiling enemy. Not all anger is loud. The most dangerous kind of anger is passive aggression. This is when someone is mean to you while pretending to be nice. They might forget to help you, or they might give you a compliment that actually feels like an insult. They are too scared to fight you directly, so they fight you in secret. They smile at you while they are planning your failure. How to win. Learn to read the energy behind the words. If someone's jokes always make you feel bad, they are not jokes, they are attacks. Don't respond with more anger. Respond with clarity. Ask them directly. Is there a problem? Let's be honest. Most passive-aggressive people will run away when you bring the truth into the light. Law 17. The law of generational myopia. You are a child of your time. Think bigger. We are all shaped by the era we live in. If you live in a time of social media, you think likes are the most important thing in the world. But 50 years ago, people didn't care about likes. We often think our current culture is the only way to live. We get stuck in the trends of today and forget the timeless values of the past. How to win. Read old books. Study history. Understand that the trends of today will be gone tomorrow. Don't be a slave to what is popular right now. Build your life on values that never change. Honesty, hard work, and kindness. Law 18. The law of death denial. You are going to die. Use that to live better. This is the most important law. Most people live as if they have unlimited time. They say, I'll start my business next year, or I'll forgive my brother later. But the truth is, you don't know how much time you have. Death is not the enemy. Death is the teacher. When you remember that your time is limited, you stop wasting it on shallow drama. You stop caring about the opinions of people you don't even like. You start living with intensity and love. How to win. Every morning, remind yourself, today might be my last day. This sounds scary, but it is actually beautiful. It makes you say, I love you more often. It makes you work harder on your dreams. It makes you truly alive. The attractive ending, your new beginning. You have just experienced something that 99% of people will never understand. You didn't just listen to words, you faced the truth. You looked into the mirror of human nature and you saw the reality behind the masks. From this moment, you are no longer the same person. You can see the jealousy behind a fake smile. You can see the fear behind an angry shout. You can see the patterns in your own life that used to hold you back. The world is not waiting for you to be ready. The world is waiting for you to wake up. Wake up to your power. Wake up to your purpose. You are not a puppet. You are the master. You have limited time on this earth. Do not waste it being a copy of someone else. Do not waste it being afraid of people who are just as scared as you are. If this message touched your soul, then this is your home. Subscribe to this channel, and let's walk this path of truth together. This is not the end of a video. This is the beginning of your real life. Go out there today. Be calm. Be strong. Be real. The world is yours to win. Thank you for watching. Now go live the life that most people only dream of.